give you an overview of Google Calendar. To get to the Google Calendar, you're going to want to go to the School District of Beloit homepage. Once you are there, you're going to want to click on Staff, and again, your Google Apps and email. Sign in your School District of Beloit account. Once you are there, your middle part of your screen will have these options available as well as they are available along the top. So you can select calendar from the top menu or from the menu that's in the middle of your page. When you click on that, that'll take you to your Google Calendar. Along the left side are calendars that I have created. If you want to create a calendar, you click on the arrow next to the right of my calendars and create new calendar. That'll open up this screen. You give it a name, a description if you want, and then there's some other settings you can choose to share. Going back to my calendar, one of the things that Beth wanted us to do, she sent out an email earlier this month, is go to your personal calendar, which is under here. It'll say your name. I just happened to change mine to personal calendar. Click on that, and you're going to go into calendar settings. Again, I clicked on the arrow to the right of the title of that calendar, go into calendar settings. You'll open up to calendar details, go to the next tab, which is share this calendar, and this box may or may not be checked, but make sure it is unchecked, otherwise you'd be sharing your calendar with everyone in the School District of Beloit. Make sure you save that, so now your calendar is available only to you unless you choose to share it with someone, which you may. Again, you're going to go to that calendar, click on the arrow to the right, and click Share This Calendar. When you are there, you can enter the email address of the person you want to share it with, and then they'll receive an email and they can choose then to add it to their Google Calendar. Off to the right side, you will see that you have settings, which is the gear. When you click in settings, there's many options for you to go through that you can choose to change, not to change. I really haven't looked much at this, but it's kind of up to you to read through. They're very self-explanatory. You can also choose from the gear on the right side to sync this with a mobile device. I do have mine synced with my Android phone as well as with the iPad, and you can sync it with your MacBook calendar as well. And the directions are there when you would click sync that device. So here they have those directions for you to use. The one thing I would caution you on is if you have upgraded your iPad to ISO 7, you will notice that your calendar that comes with the iPad is much different. If you would like a calendar that is similar to what you used to have under the previous version of iOS, I'm just doing a search for it right now so you can see what it looks like. You would go look for it in the App Store on the iPad. This is CalenMob, and it is a calendar that is very similar to the older version of iOS 7 for the iPad. And I have switched to it, and it does sync very well with Google Calendar. So just in case you want a calendar that looked like the previous version on the iPad, CalenMob is a very good choice. There is a free version, which has the blue box around it. There is also a paid version, which is the red box around it, which takes away the ad and allows you to personalize your calendars by color. So when you are back in Google Calendar, if you click on a calendar, like the little colored box to the left of the name, it would take it off of your calendar. If you click back on, it brings those events back up. Calendars that have been shared with me are down here underneath my calendars that I created. You can see the School District of Beloit calendar that was shared with us earlier last week. Again, if I click on the colored box, it takes those options or events off of the calendar. When I click back on the colored box, it brings them back. I have Tech Tuesdays as for being an innovation coach. And there's also US Holidays, which is one that was set up on Google Calendar. That's not one I was created with or shared. It's just there for you. Up here is where I have my personal events, school assemblies, stuff that pertains to just kindergarten, school and community events, staff meetings, and vacations. So play around with it. It's the best way to get used to the Google Calendar. It does sync again with your devices, and those directions are right here. It's not something you have to use, but I think this could be the way principals could be going and sharing calendars. And it is tied right in with your Google Apps. You can see you can go between your different options. You've learned about your mail, which is here and going to be coming up, which we are all using, as well as Drive with all the documents that you can share between people. So Google Calendar is just another versatile option to use with Google. So I highly recommend you playing around with it and getting used to it. Um, and that's the best way to learn it, is to just go in yourself and create a calendar and add some events. If you have any questions, I'm available Tuesday morning from 7:45 to 8 o'clock, and Tuesday afternoon from 3:45 to 4, as well as Thursday morning from 7:45 until 8 o'clock. If you have any questions, have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.